That's on. And so
You can,
over there to
right.
get the light.
All right, I'll remember that.
Yeah. That's what I do.
I know, babe.
You don't want me to do it.
You're cool.
Hey?
Big hand for Jade.
That's what it's like for me.
Hello, everyone.
Hello everyone. I didn't know that you could stand up and talk here. I thought you had to have music. So I've got a message that I wanted to give and I didn't have the music. So here's the message. Firstly, have you seen those goats being milked?
I like the goat.
How beautiful they are, how well kept they are, and part of nature. My story here is called The Cow Machine. I had the privilege to stay out in a little paradise for some days. It was in a rural situation, couldn't see another house. A sculpture artist had made a very long caravan on many huge wheels. The place was so individually and intricately put together, it was a pleasure just to stand, and my teeth are going to fall out, I think. It's not part of the act. To stand, look at and observe his mastery. There was another caravan plus a huge outdoor kitchen, pools, terraced and flat veggie gardens, and much, much more. Getting the picture? The sides of the caravan are pushed out when travelling, and at the destination, when all is secure, they're pushed in when travelling, and at the destination they're pushed out, leaving nice space to be enjoyed. This enabled the bed to be pushed out to the side, and the lounge, including the fireplace, leaving a feeling of spaciousness. The bathroom was out to the side and made with little tiny corrugated iron. It had windows all around, including on the roof. Talk about windows. He had windows made in all shapes, mostly geometry. I cannot describe that feeling of looking through the beautifulness of those wonderful shapes, even more so when the sun was shining in. Of course, everyone has to go to the bathroom, as the Americans put it. There was a long, colourful drop, stunningly put together. We all know what that's all about. The one I chose most, of the New Zealand Kiwi ingenuity, was right next to a fence. Sometimes when I was sitting there, you know, the cows would be in the next paddock. Now, when I was young, I used to milk a cow, both sides. 2 teats one side and 2 teats the other. I didn't like to pull them too hard, in case it hurt her, or was annoying, so 2 by 2 worked. Thinking about it now, she might have liked it. I loved that cow. I patted her. I brushed her with my hands. I loved her smell and the softness of her coat. I even checked her ears. With total responsibility and integrity, she provided our sustenance. I respected that. I showed that. Thank you, beautiful Reddy, you beautiful being. So she was cared for and was respected. What I noticed when I was doing my thing was that the cows were so busy eating. As my dad used to say, what goes in must come out. He wasn't actually talking about milk at the time, though it does apply. Grass goes into 4 stomachs. Imagine the time it takes to get through that. The grass becomes the nectar, the milk, which is for the baby calves, it's young. Instead, it feeds millions of our population. Now, not so long ago, the herder who looked after the cows knew the names of all the cows. Now it is bombed out of all proportion, and the name has been replaced by a number, a tag. No more Reddies, Paddies, old girls, depersonalised. Bigger, bigger, bigger herds, out of hand. What for? Dollars, 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 and production. I mean, one time I was driving between Helensville and Auckland and had to stop and wait for a herd of cows to cross the road. One cow was being herded, hurried, and she had afterbirth still intact. I got out of the car and I ran and asked the farmer, what's going on? He said she had just had her calf, just. He moved away so no conversation could be had. Maybe this was one of these cases where the calf did not turn up on time. So, get on with the job. Who cares about the calf? It's not worth anything now. The milk from the mother is more important. Hurry up. Get it going, number 54. You are late. Time is money, money, money. Now here is me doing my thing, and the cow's right there, right by me, didn't even take the time to look at me. Depersonalised. So I gooed and garred as you do. One stopped, thought I was a stupid person, and carried on eating. Probably thought, after pausing, it had to be eating more grass to make sure it had enough milk so its teeth didn't hurt. Hurry, hurry, hurry. In the meantime, after I've done my thing and washed my hands in the panoramic view hand basin, I got about tending the garden and collecting veggies for my beautiful nourishing breakfast. You know, whenever we do anything, there is always a thought behind it. That thought may be something like, oh, I love doing this. I love this. This is so good. And many more positive thoughts. Or the opposite. In this case, I love writing these words for you. This is all good. Only, out there was always something bugging me in the back of my mind. I could smell those cow machines when the wind was blowing a certain way that reminded me of them and agitated me a little. The first sound I heard in the morning was a farm bike coming to turn the irrigation on. Then the swirling of water reminded me of all that water that was constantly being pumped onto our fields and all that urine that was being washed into towards our rivers. More cows, more workers, more shifts, more traffic on the once quiet roads. I was reminded of busyness. It took away the peacefulness, the inspiration. Now this is not all entirely negative. People drink milk. People want milk. People need milk, or think they do. But let's face it, the enzyme we needed to digest milk disappeared at something like 2 to 3 years of age. And besides, why would we give a baby that takes many years to grow and mature a substance that feeds an animal who grows to maturity in 2 years? What I'm touching on here is, who's in charge here? What's in it for me? Get humane, New Zealand. Be considerate. Be friendly. Be loving. Be caring. Be kind. Be patient. Be aware. Use integrity. 2 choices, towards or away. Choose towards. Got to start somewhere.